Retrostatic Radio invites you to a decidedly informal time, where anyone under the sun is unlikely to drop in at any time to talk things over with Archie. The people we are assured will be here are not very many, so join us to Duffy's Tavern. Hello, Duffy's Tavern with the elite meat to eat. Today's special pig's pickled feet. Archie the Manager speaking. Duffy ain't here. Oh, hello, Duffy. What am I doing? Wells, I just worked out the profit and loss statement for the 1950 fiscal. How do the figures look? It is beautiful. The nicest shade of red you've ever seen. Now really, Duffy, don't fly off the handle. Don't get your copsuckles in an uproar. So's we lost money for 12 straight months. Is that any reason to get worried? We're just victims of circumstance. Can't seem to find a customer that has a thirst and a nickel at the same time. Huh? Brogan's across the street? Duffy, stop always comparing us to Brogan's, will ya? Believe me, I've been watching his place lately, and I gotta admit, I see a lot of people go in there, but believe me, I see just as many come out. Besides, it's a good sign when our business hits bottom like this. You see, from now on, there's only one way to go, and that's up. If I can sit it sideways. Now, Duffy, quit your worrying before your, scalp turns gray. I'll call you back. Well, Eddie, the end of the end. Leave us take our liquor inventory. Okay. All right. Gin, 1 bottle. Check. 1 cork. Check. 1 label. Check. Brand? Who cares? Bottle's empty. Well, so much for the liquor inventory. You know, Mr. Archie, business isn't gonna go up unless we do something about it. You're right, Eddie. We gotta find some way to revive our business. Hey, Miss Duffy, hand me that paper, will ya?
A newspaper revive our business? What are you gonna do? Fan it back to life?
No, I'm gonna look for ideas. Maybe the newspaper will give me a hint as to what's ruining us.
But that's last week's paper.
Okay, I'll find out what ruined us last week. Let's see. Oh, the financial section. Looks bad. Freight card loading is down 2%. Freight's down? What does that have to do with us? It's self-obvious, Eddie. You see, some of our less bourgeois customers ride the rails, and a thing like that could really cut into our out-of-town trade.
Hey, Archie, what's this article here on business advice?
Oh, where's that? Oh! Well, what do you know? It's written by J.C. Crabtree. He used to be in business right here on 3rd Avenue. He's an expert on economy?
You ought to be. He went bankrupt 3 times.
So what's the article say? He says that inflation hurts business. If all small businessmen would reduce their prices 1/10, the resulting reduction would be 10%. Hey, that Crabtree guy makes sense. Yeah, you can't argue with logic like that. Eddie, you know the way prices is right now, people can't make ends meet. So I think it's up to us retail merchants to at least meet their ends halfway. So how are we going to do that? Well, like that economist guy says, we're going to cut our prices by 10%. And we're going to do it effective as of our next customer.
Why? Shouldn't we start it this week?
Sure, why not? However, before we get started cutting our prices, we'll naturally have to start cutting our overhead. Overhead? Your salary. Well, if you can find it, you can cut it. That's the spirit, Eddie. From now on, everything around here will be 10% off.
Hiya there, Arch.
Oh, hello, Finnegan.
Happy New Year!
Nah, just wait a minute, Finnegan. New Year's ain't even until Sunday night.
Oh, no wonder that cop got mad when I threw confetti in his face.
How's come you celebrate New Year's 2 nights ahead of time?
Well, that's easy, Arch. It's to get reservations.
Reservations? Where are you going?
The store club.
They wouldn't let you into the store club, not in a million years.
Oh, good. Then I'll have plenty of time to shave. Care to join me, Arch?
No. I'm busy on my plan to cut the high cost of living.
Oh. How does that plan work out?
Well, leave me put it this way. You got a dog, right?
Right.
And you gotta wash this dog with flea soap, right?
Right.
Now, how much do you pay for that flea soap?
15 cents.
And how long does it last you?
Assuming I only use it on my dog?
Yeah, assuming that. How long will it last?
Well, let me see here. I give the dog his regular bath every other week. And once in a while it takes one myself. That's about 8 months there, Arch. Why?
Well, you see, if you save 10% on your dog flea soap, over the period of 2 years, it would come almost to the price of a newspaper or a book or a magazine.
So what, Arch? The dog can't read?
That's besides the point. I'm trying to explain to you the economic system. And you see, economics is the science that the government uses to balance our national income against our national expense.
Oh, how does it work?
It don't. But they get around that, you see, by the Treasury Department declaring a fiscal on each 12-month per annum. Except February. You're thinking of judiciary. I stand corrected. Now then, normally prices fluctuate, you see, but sometimes big companies get their cartels together and they fix these prices so they can't flux. This is what is known as an international monotony. You mean monopoly. You want to give this lecture? Oh, I don't get paid enough for that, Professor. Good. Now, take money.
Oh, I know this one. That's stealing.
Very good, Finnegan. But what I was referring to is the basis of economics. That's money. It originated with the early Romans when they first took their public baths. Now, these baths were just for the poor. People with dough couldn't get in. Hence the term filthy rich. Yes, sir, there's nothing like a good education, huh, Eddie? Nothing like the one you got. Oh, thank you very much. But to continue, Finnegan, you see, since the days of the Romans, money has always been the medium of exchange. Except today, it ain't much of a happy medium.
And why's that, Arch?
Well, the dollar devaluates less all the time, especially during an era of upward flux. So, since we are no longer on the gold standard, and since we are no longer on the silver standard, if inflation sets in...
What'll we be on then?
I hesitate to say. Well now, since we've discussed high finance, got any other questions, Finnegan?
Yeah.
Alright, what's your question?
What time is it?
What time is it? Finnegan, you means to tell me I said all that and you don't care about the economy? What does the time have to do with finance?
Plenty. Me mother pays me a nickel for every hour I stay away from home.
Your mother sounds like a very logical woman. Must be some dame calling for New Year's Eve. Talk to you later, Finnegan. Hello, honey? Oh, sorry, bud. You got the wrong number. Huh? You want to talk to Miss Duffy? Brother, you do have the wrong number. But hey, she's here. Hey, Miss Duffy, telephone.
A man's voice?
Uh-huh, that's right.
Oh my. Hello, this is Miss Duffy speaking, and I'd love to. What? Oh. Archie, I thought you said it was a man.
Well, ain't it?
It's my girlfriend, Katrinka Yabitz.
Even on television, she would have fooled me.
Hello, Katrinka. What? A double date for New Year's Eve? You've got some nerve asking me to go out. You know I'm engaged to be married. Where are we meeting them? Uh-huh. What does yours look like? Uh-huh. And what about the one you got for me? How tall? 4'7"? Katrinka, you've got a lot of nerve asking me to go out when you know I'm engaged. What? You'll call me back? Don't bother, unless you want to switch fellas. Archie, when are we going to start cutting prices?
Oh, why is that?
If it wasn't for high prices, I'd already be Mrs. Rodney Maximilian Haybinder.
Oh, how's come?
Every week, Rodney promises me that as soon as prices come down, we'll get married. The nerve of that justice of the peace charging $2 for a marriage license.
Yeah. Geez, listen to that, the phone. Hello, Duffy's Tavern. Oh, hello, Duffy. Glad you called. Duffy, I got the answer to making money. Yep, we cut prices 10%. It doesn't make sense. What's sense got to do with it? It's economics. Yeah, a guy in the newspaper said that if we all get public spirited and cut prices 10%, it helps everybody. In other words, if Brogan sells beer for a nickel and we sell him for 4 cents, Brogan is dead. Duffy, I'm glad you've seen the light. Bye. Well, gang, the crusade marches on. We started with our right foot forward. With Thoyd Avenue against it, inflation has to go. Right, Miss Duffy?
Right.
Right, Eddie? Right. Right, Finnegan?
Left. Oh, excuse me, Arch. I started on the wrong foot.
Finnegan. Oh, just cut to commercial. Thank you, Archie, but currently we've got no products to promote. Well, then what are we paying you for? Well, you're not. But our wonderful listeners at home can help with that by becoming a patron on our Patreon, link in the description, or search us at patreon.com. Of course, if they can't help financially, they can follow Retrostatic Radio on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Sharing is caring, and one of the best ways to promote the shows and creators they enjoy. How's that? Oh, that's great, but you should have begged more. We need a suit in the second half. Oh, Archie, just get back on your mark. Yeah. Okay, Fats, play us back. Let's see, I called up most of my fellow mercantiles. Who did I forget? Oh, Wallamac the Butcher. Hello, Wallamac's Ham Hock Heaven? Oh, hello, Wallamac. This is Archie. Did you hear about the 3rd Avenue merchants cutting prices by 10%? Well, what you gonna do about it? Uh-huh. Attaboy, Wallamac. Yeah, thanks a lot. Excellent. So what'd he say? From now on, he says instead of putting 10 fingers on the scale, he'll only put 9. Now, Eddie, what about us? Did you reduce the prices? Well, I took 10% off the food and the beer, but I got one baffling question for you. What's that? How are you going to reduce the price of the free lunch? I got it. We'll throw 10% of it away. Why don't you do the real public-minded thing and throw 100% of it away? Don't tempt me. Yes, sir, this thing is really catching on. Everybody in the neighborhood is cutting 10%. Well, except Brogan's, of course. Everybody? Yep. DeLucci the fruit peddler. Nico the barber. He's gonna take another inch? I guess that means shaving cream is out and plasma is in. Yep, the whole neighborhood is willing to bleed for this. And the guy I'm really proud of is Cavendish the Undertaker. He started what he's called the Cavendish 10% layaway plan. I'm gonna regret asking this, but what's that? For every 9 customers he gets, he'll throw the 10th one in free. If he isn't careful, he's liable to run his business right out of the ground that way.
Hey Arch, there's another place that could take a cut.
Ah, who?
Schmidt's Tattoo Parlor?
The tattoo parlor. How can they take a cut?
Well, instead of tattoo, they can just tat one.
Finnegan, with a remark like that, you should hang your head and let the rest of you dangle. Now, let's see, I think we've got everybody.
How about the bijou burlesque?
I thought about that one too, but unfortunately, as much as they'd like to take off another 10%, they couldn't find where to take it off without needing to charge extra. Okay, so we got everybody except for Bijou's and Brogan's.
Archie, don't you think we ought to let Brogan's in on this too?
What? Let him in on it? After he started that ugly rumor about our food? Imagine saying that when Callahan the mounted cop rides by, his horse neighs, our hash neighs back. Absurd, ain't it, Eddie? Absolutely ridiculous. But I have heard it whinny from time to time.
But Archie, the newspaper man says this plan won't work unless everybody gets in on it.
Well, okay. Maybe we should let him in. Only thing is, who tells him? I can't talk to him direct.
Why not?
It violates the 3rd Avenue businessman's code. It's like Macy's talking to Gimbels, Hart Schaffner talking to Brooks. If I deal directly with Brogan, it might lead to a strain of protocol.
Might also lead to a punch in the nose.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I think we better do things on a higher level and send an ambassador.
An ambassador, huh?
Got anybody in mind? He said cautiously, backing towards the door. Nah, we don't need you. We'll send Finnegan. We'll have to dress him up like an ambassador, of course. We'll get him a tuxedo and a walking stick. Oh, and one of them black hamburger hats. Now, let's see. Where could we get all that? Well, you still got the tuxedo in the back room you bought from Cavendish. Oh, yeah. Gave me a steal, too. Go and get it, Eddie. Hey, Finnegan, come here.
The Arch?
How would you like to be an ambassador?
What's that, Arch?
An ambassador? Generally speaking, that's a guy that says his country has something that they don't in order to scare another country to give up something that it ain't got so that both countries can argue to divide something that belongs to someone else.
Arch, a point?
What's that?
Why don't they just leave the countries alone and just divide up the ambassadors?
Finnegan, already you're talking like a diplomat. Nobody can make head nor tails out of what you're saying. Now, let's see here. Here's your first official mission. I want you to go over to Brogan's and tell him to cut prices 10%.
How do I go about that, Arch?
Well, like an ambassador, you see. Got to use a lot of tact and diplomacy. First, you ask him to cut his prices, right? Then if he says no, you start off by calling him a crook. That puts you in a bargaining position. And if he argues with you still, you tell him that he's a lousy Tory. Then, if he says cutting prices won't help his business, you call him a filthy, dirty liar. But above all, use tact and diplomacy. Here you are, Archie. Ah, good. Cavendish's tuxedo. Shall I throw the lily away? Nah, keep it. It makes our ambassador look like he has a boutonniere. Now, Finnegan, come here and try on this tuxedo.
Oh boy, a tuxedo. Let me at it.
This sounds just as obscene as it looks, ladies and gents.
Gee, Arch, these pants are swell. But, there's something wrong with the coat.
Oh, what's that?
The sleeves keep folding me arms over me chest, but do I look like an ambassador yet?
Oh, a dead ringer. Okay, Finnegan, now take your hat and walking stick and go across the street to Brogan's.
I'll keep in touch with you by cable, my good man.
Hey, Eddie, I got a problem. What's that? Well, I was thinking, as soon as word gets round about the price cut, this place is going to be too small. I wonder how we could break down this wall here. We'll just lean on it. Hey, wait, who's going to do all this cooking for this mob? Me? Nah, I'll have to get an assistant for you, Eddie. Who should we get? How about Prince Michael Romanoff? Good suggestion. You know, I think I'll give him a call. And here I thought I was being fantastical. Hello? Hey, Mike? Look, you're an expert on cooking up gutsatori delicacies, ain't you? Well, how would you like a part-time job? Money is no object. Well, if it is his object, we're dead. Huh? Well, this is Archie from Duffy's Tavern. We need an assistant cook. What type of food do we serve? Oh, things like roast breast of casserole, fresh Columbia River venison. Oh, with chutney, naturally. Under glass. Yeah, under glass. Under stained glass. Eddie, shush. What's that? What's our canopies made of? Well, the one out front is made of canvas. Oh, you mean canapes, like anchovy paste? Mike, at Duffy's, when our anchovies come apart, we don't use paste, we tape them together. This is a... Huh? What? Are you sure? I see. Well, goodbye then. So what'd he say? We couldn't agree on a price. Well, how do you mean? He says he wouldn't come to work here for $1 million. Guess we'll have to find someone even better. Yeah, sure, but say, Mr. Archie, with them crowds coming in here, we're gonna need more liquor too. Oh, you're right, Eddie. You better pour another gallon of water in with the scotch. If we water down that liquor anymore, we're just gonna be the middleman between the customers and the faucet. Why don't we just serve them the water straight? It'll be a lot stronger.
Archie, I'd like to help take care of the crowds too.
Okay, Miss Duffy, you can be the cigarette girl. I'll get you one of those short little skirts to wear.
Oh, good. It'll give me a chance to show off my legs.
On second thought, better wear what you got on.
At least they'll still be able to see my face.
On third thought, I think we better keep the cigarette machine. Excuse me. Hello? Oh, hello, Duffy. Sorry, Duffy, no customers yet. The joint is empty. Yes, even under the tables. Huh? You got a report that Brogan's doing big business? Well, Duffy, Brogan's got a better location than we got. I know we're opposite each other, Duff, but don't forget, Brogan has the wind working with him. Stop worrying, will ya? Everything's gonna be okay. Bye. I can't understand it, Eddie. We both cut our prices by 10%, and Brogan's out there getting all the business. What's he got that we ain't got? Customers. Oh, ha ha. But why? Well, don't forget, Brogan's place is spick and span, the food is good and fresh, and the kitchen is nice and clean. That's the trouble with business these days. Dirty competition. I'm gonna get to the bottom of all this. Yes, hello? Better Business Bureau? Can you tell me why business ain't getting better? Oh, that ain't your job. You just investigate complaints. Well, what sort of complaints? Restaurants that put horse meat in their hash? Water in their liquor? Barely paying employees? Oh, who am I? I'm just a friend. Thank you very much. Ah, Eddie, give a gander out there. Brogan's can't be doing that well. Look at that. They're packed in there like fish. They're so full, they're even throwing the little ones back. Oh, wait a minute. It seems our esteemed ambassador has returned.
Hi, Arch.
Finnegan, you're back. Tell me, what happened at Brogan's?
Boy, did I sell Brogan your idea or what?
Did ya, huh? You got him to cut his prices by 10%?
10%? Aw, Archie. I did better than that. I got him to cut him 20%.
20?
Yeah, I matched him double or nothing.
Finnegan, you've ruined everything. Next time I send an idiot someplace to louse things up, I'm gonna go myself. Oh, it's never a dull moment down at Duffy's Tavern. That was the end of tonight's broadcast, Archie Cuts Inflation, with Zach Cassidy as Finnegan, Megan Klodnicki as Miss Duffy, and starring AJ Carey as Archie the Manager. Retrostatic Radio returns next week with the Western Tales of the Lone Ranger in Paying Off Debts. Be sure to tune in. To become a donor, producer, or sponsor for any of the broadcasts of Retrostatic Radio, with all the bells and whistles attached, please visit our Patreon at patreon.com, or email us at retrostaticradio@gmail.com. We're also active on all major social media outlets. This concludes our broadcast day.